Let you determine whether or not you believe this is true or false. So there was a scientific study done for when they measured people at the time of death, at the time of their passing, to see if their soul had weight. And what they found is that in 6 of the patients, it was a small sample size, and that's why it's often, right, people are pretty skeptical about whether or not this study is true. The small sample size, what they found was that each of the patients weighed 21 grams less. And see, sometimes like we think, man, I'm in here, I'm a spirit. I know I'm a spirit. I know that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I know that I'm a human being having a spiritual experience. I know that the two intertwine, but here's my question for you. See, it's not so much the weight of that spirit, that soul, as much as it is the density of it. See, air is all around us, but we need it every day to survive. That spirit is inside of you. It only weighs so much, but it's the depth of that spirit. Are you connected to that? Are you connected to your soul, to your spirit, or are you disconnected? Are you disconnected? Are you apathetic? Are you indifferent? Are you just basically numb to your higher purpose, the calling that God has on your life? Are you numb to it? Are you numb and apathetic to the pain that you're causing other people by not living at your full potential? Do you know how painful that is for someone to have to look at you and know what you're truly capable of and have to settle for the fact that they want more for you than you want for your own self? That's a painful experience for your kids, for your wife. That's a painful thing to have to watch a man choose to be less of the version of himself than God called him to be. It's the density of that spirit. My question is, are you tapped into that? Are you tapped into that? See, or are you afraid? Are you afraid of your own shadow? Are you afraid of your light? Oftentimes we think that, we're afraid of our darkness, but brother, you've lived there for a long time. You've lived in darkness. And how do I know? Because I've lived in darkness. I've lived in darkness before. And sometimes we get so accustomed to the dark that we forgot what it looked like to live in the light. Don't be like a child, right? A child is a lot of times is afraid of the dark. But don't be an adult who's afraid of the light. Don't be afraid of your greatness. You got greatness in you because greatness made you. Stop accepting a lesser version of yourself and stop forcing or trying to force everybody around you to do the same thing.